This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, I keep seeing this interview everywhere, so I cannot believe that everybody sits there and lets Jim Jones play the. We all live the same. We all are in the same. Ebro's what, 50 something? I'm in my early 40s, and I remember it clear as day. I was there. I was there the day Jim Jones went against 50 Cent. There, actually filming with Dipset that day. Cameron beefing with 50 Cent. Everyone was talking about it on the radio. I was actually at the video shoot with Jim Jones and Jewels. I saw it all happen, and I saw them make the decision that, we can't roll with this. We don't want to be down. Are you guys even a unit? It's crazy. And we all know what happened. We all saw Jim Jones turn his back on Cameron. But they let Jim Jones play stupid, play the victim. Like Cameron just was so bad to him. Cameron gave you a whole career and you had his back. You guys were very important to each other's lives. Cameron can't deny that Jim Jones was useful, okay? I think he went a little hard on him when Jim Jones retaliated, and I understand that because Jim Jones was coming at him when all him and 50 were doing was talking about what actually happened back in the day, and Jim Jones decided to take this as a time to beef with him to sell his album, which went triple plastique, 3,500 units sold. Could have sold more out the trunk of his car driving around New York. But Cameron knows that Jim Jones was very important to the Dipset movement, and it never would have been the same without these guys. Without him, Jewels, Freaky Zeke, then the underling members were just as important. 40 Cal, J.R. Ryder, Hell Rel, Shice Bubs. All these people were equally important because they were representing Dipset everywhere, on Casa even. Everybody. What's her name? A Mafia. They were important too. All these guys were important. Well, Drake's putting out cryptic messages. 6 pictures. Is something coming? I don't care. Drake drops new music. I'm down for it. But, I don't like these cryptic things that artists do all the time. They delete all their photos. Like Young Thug. Delete all your photos. And then, what was the one that Burna Boy did? He removed himself from all of his album covers. What did he release? A single? Burna Boy. First week. Did he do a first week numbers on that? 14,000. Burna Boy's I Told Them debuted at number 1 UK album chart, selling 14,000 equivalent albums the first week. What? What? Burna Boy? Oh gosh. Burna Boy? Burna Boy. Let's see. Burnout Boy. Okay. 21. Oh, he's not as big as I thought he was. They talk about Burna Boy like he's just the biggest thing ever. He has 21 million monthly listeners. That's not even that much. Okay, so his latest single is called Update. Let's see what this did. 7 million. So Burna Boy's on the way out. What's the other one? Davido? I think Davido is bigger, right? Nope. This is a drop in the pan, man. The Afro beats. This is quick, over with. You know what I think's coming back? You're gonna come back to dance hall. I think dance hall is gonna make. It's big, but I think it's gonna make a comeback in the United States. I'm pretty sure. WizKid, 10 million. Oh, these guys aren't even that big, man. They ain't even that big, man. Meanwhile, Shensia, this is definitely inflated numbers. Shensia has I know, 6 million. Okay, that's normal. But they be inflating her numbers on them songs, bro. 100 million. You know, it's like, come on. I ain't heard nobody. Shensi is dope, but like I just haven't heard that much people playing her music outside. Well, Jay-Z, you know, they have this audio recording of that accuser, and they say, oh, she admitted to not saying he didn't do anything. But then she comes out and says, no, I never said that. I'm confused. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm confused, okay? I think Jay-Z's going too hard with this. You won in court. Maybe leave it alone at this point, you know? Because even Dame Dash spoke out, and he was like, I want to hear what the Busby guy says, but I don't think he's going to say nothing. I don't think he's going to say nothing either. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to say anything either, but Jay-Z plays dangerous games, you know? So I wouldn't... I don't know. Jay-Z's going too hard with this. It's like, you know, it's like a Rollo situation. Just move on. Leave it alone. You got your win. So Jermaine Dupri shares his thoughts after Dawn Robinson reveals she's been living in her car. She was part of a group that was down with Jermaine Dupri's label, John Robinson R&B group. What was the name of the group? Vogue. Okay. Vogue had like a couple hit records, right? And Vogue, right? Classics. I remember the movies used their tracks a lot. Okay. Now, Jermaine Dupri says she's choosing to live in her car because she says she still has an assistant. I didn't hear that part, but I re-listened to it. He was right. She did say she had an assistant. So I'm like, okay, so she, you know, this is a trend, you know, but like you only do this if you're going to be on YouTube making money off of it.
It was her choice to be in the car. I saw somebody send a message and say, Jermaine, Monica, all of y'all, can y'all put some money together to help Dawn out? From my understanding, for her to speak on it the way she spoke on it, she was basically saying that she saw other people living in their vans, living in RVs, and she welcomed the idea of doing this.
Someone said in the comments, they said, y'all heard, I'm homeless, but Jermaine Dupri heard, I'm a nomad. He did.
Somebody said her choice or limit. Having an assistant is not something that you should even think about if you don't have no money, right? And I'm bringing this up because Dawn, when she was telling this story in her car today about her living in her car for the last 3 years, she said, I was telling my assistant. And when she said that, I said, oh, wait a minute. It changed my whole vibe of what I was watching, because ain't no goddamn way she got an assistant. And she ain't got no money. You know what I mean? Ain't no way. Yeah, Mr. Watson, when you ain't got no money and you out here just doing what you got to do, you do by yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You moving around by yourself. Ain't nobody getting ready to sit up under you and just kick it for nothing. You know what I mean? She said she been in her car for 3 years. Ain't no 3 years of an assistant staying around and ain't getting no money. If you ain't got no money, how they gonna help you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no money to pay them. Yeah. It don't even make sense, right? It don't make sense. So I'm just trying to make sure everybody pays attention to the whole scope of this story, because that's what I heard, and that made me think, wait a minute. She got an assistant. I don't know if she broke. She might not have all the money that she want in the world, but she definitely is not broke saying she got an assistant.
You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. Let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA. And he said, you need to come back to LA. Okay. And he said that I could stay with him. You can. And so I was like, okay. He's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys. Because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there. And so I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. And I felt like he was playing games, and I knew he was playing games, and I wasn't the one. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to make this easier on you because financially, I know it's got to be hard. You're paying your rent and you're paying my hotel. His apartment was $1,700 a month. And then my hotel was over $3,000. Yep. So, and I was always stressed every week because he would pay weekly for the hotel. And, so I was like, okay. He's like, so every week I was like, oh my God, can you afford it? Are you okay? And he's like, no, I can't, but I'm getting it together. What? You're the one who said to go to the hotel and you're not approving any of the apartments. Like, it would be so much cheaper to just get me into an apartment. Like, what's the problem? So every week I was like, oh my.
Okay, this doesn't make any sense. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm gonna be, she needs to go get a job. You're not gonna make it again. Like, and this is just the real truth. Like, certain things are left in the past, right? En Vogue records sold. And that was a long time ago. That was the 90s, bro. They sold 20 million records, but there were 3 people in the group. And, you know, it doesn't mean you made enough money to live the rest of your life. Unfortunately, that's the truth, right? And I think, if I'm correct, she was kicked out of En Vogue, right? Due to her disagreement over contracts and money. She felt like the group wasn't receiving fair compensation for their success. Well, she's probably right. But what has she done since then? I haven't seen her do anything. Maybe she did. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Yo, this guy, Famous Dex. Yo, so he might need to go back to rehab, bro. This guy looks crazy, bro. Let me see if I can find a video of it, because, yo, this looks nuts, bro. Wait, hold on, let me see. Here it is. All right, let me see if I can pull it up. It's pretty nuts, bro, because, like, he thinks he's fine. Like, he thinks he's better than Rich the Kid, too. I remember I saw that video recently. He's like, yo, I'm better than Rich the Kid. It's like, no, you're not. It's like, you are, you're not, you're looking spooky, Medji. I'm going to be honest with you. You need help. Here it is right here. And boom.
How do you dropping at 12? What? He saved the day. Cardi done saved the weekend. Drop the fucking out. No music. Yo, Cardi.
I could just see from this angle, it's like a crack den.
Congratulations. That time when there's some new music, bro. Y'all thought I'm about to drop my album and Cardi about to drop his?
Yeah, okay. This guy's spooky, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Yo, this guy's a crash out, man. K-Camp is done being humble. Says, I'm one of the coolest to ever do this. He had a great run in 2014. I think he put out a record in 2020 that went. K-Camp's not horrible. you know, but I don't think he's like, he says he's the best to ever do this. No. But he's not bad. He's good. He makes quality records. And like the thing I heard him drop in 2020, it became like a TikTok video. But hey, you know, he's consistently making records that people want to hear. That's hard to do. All right, so then we got Fat Joe getting called out by somebody that was on what's this thing? He was on one of those podcasts. The one that what's her name? The one that was always going at Jay-Z. Forget her name. See how quick you forget someone's name? Her and Orlando Brown. I forget her name, man. Anyways, this guy was on there and he was exposing Fat Joe. And Fat Joe, he was helping Big Pun's family because they were getting fake statements of sales and everything for 14 years after his passing. And they brought Fat Joe to court, and he had to admit that all these times on all these podcasts where he's talking about, yo, I gave her $750 here, $250 here, $50K here for this, for a hair salon. Nasty work, right? He didn't give her anything. He had to admit that in a mediation. That's crazy. I assume Fat Joe kind of ripped off the whole Big Pun legacy. He probably looked at it like, man, I made him who he was. You know, if I were him in that situation, just like I do when anybody passes, I usually just give them all the tapes I got. Like if I was working on a DVD or something, like all the tapes, like Core Mega's DVD, gave them all the tapes. Like with Prodigy's family, I just worked out a deal, gave them all the tapes. Because I don't want nothing to do with no documentary, any of that kind of stuff. It gets messy when someone's not passed. Now, if Prodigy was alive and we worked on it together, that's totally different, right? But when you're dealing with a family member, now, no, Cormega's alive, okay? But I'm just talking about anybody that, like, you know, it's like, just take these tapes, you know? And, like, if they do the right thing by the tapes, they're supposed to give me my licensing fee. That's all I get, right? Because really, they own the likeness of the artist, right? I could technically sell the footage out, but it's always going to be a licensing fee. They're going to make more money off of it, and then they can give me my licensing fee that I was already going to get anyways, you know? And they can make the extra money on top. So I do that because it's just touchy, man, when someone's passed, you know? They have a limited amount of resources from that person at that point, you know? Fat Joe didn't do that, obviously. And we got BG dropping tonight too. Playboy Cardi, BG's dropping tonight. I think Young Thug dropped a single. I'm not sure, but yeah, BG's dropping tonight too. Nate Dogg's son speaks out against father's widow for trying to sell the catalog for $4 million. They want us to sell my dad's catalog for a little $4 million because he decided to marry a little biatch who was never there for him during his from the jump. Pray for what I've been really dealing with for the past 14 years because I'll blow this whole thing up. Okay, dude, your dad's catalog might only be worth $4 million. Nate Dogg didn't drop a lot of huge... Nate Dogg was a feature artist, mostly. And the most classic feature artist ever. But, like, the Dog Pound stuff and all that, I don't think that's not part of his catalog. I'm not sure. I don't know. You would think it'd be worth, like, $10 million at least, though, right? But I do see this, right? That the son should get something out of that too, right? You know, maybe they just don't have good representation. And maybe they should ask Snoop or somebody to, like, help. I wonder if Snoop would help. Or maybe he just, at least connect him with somebody. We'll get to other stuff later. This is Jordan Tao with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Peace.